It's hard to believe we're already saying this, but goodbye DPi. It might not feel like it, but we've had 6 seasons since these cars first hit the track in the 2017 24 Hours of Daytona. In that time, we've seen manufacturers from Cadillac and Acura to Nissan and Mazda. We've seen Formula One and NASCAR champions not only take on the challenge, but rise above it and win some of the most prestigious endurance races in the world. We've seen heart-stopping last-lap championship battles and heartbreaking last-minute downfalls. Yet, let's go back to the beginning here and remember, this class was built to cure compromise. In 2014, the newly unified United Sports Car Championship had 2 separate formulas in its top-level prototype class. From Grand Am, you had the tube-frame Daytona prototypes, DPs for short, and from the American Le Mans series, you had the Le Mans spec LMP2 cars. With it came 2 separate ideologies for what a prototype race car should be. DPs prioritize low cost and manufacturer bodywork on top of an off-the-shelf chassis. They generally prioritize straight line speed over handling ability. On the other hand, LMP2s were designed to be light and nimble, with little manufacturer expression in the design of the car. The two were able to race alongside each other to a point, but it was never meant to be a perfect solution. And so, in the summer of 2015, IMSA announced what they hoped would be just that. The DPi cars took the emphasis on manufacturer styling and cost control and threw it on top of the next generation of LMP2 chassis to create a formula that was both nimble and powerful, unique and cheap. Beyond that, the original intention for these cars was to be, as the name intended, international. No, I'm not just talking about going north of the border once a year to race at Mosport. These cars were supposed to be eligible to race at Le Mans. And that's about where that dream ended. A decision could never be made on what category these cars should race in at Le Mans, and the entire idea was eventually scrapped before the formula had time to really get on the road. Which, consequently, brings me back to today. I mentioned that this formula raced for 6 years, but big deal. The DPs before it had raced since 2003 in multiple generations, and LMP1 stuck around for over 2 decades. 6 years on track only to get replaced by LMDh isn't a whole lot. But think about it. What really is LMDh? Well, if DPi was bespoke engines and bodywork over an LMP2 chassis, LMDh is bespoke engines and bodywork over an LMP2 chassis, with a spec hybrid unit. There's a reason everybody was calling the next generation DPi 2.0 for years. It's because it's essentially just that. Only now, that dream of racing at Le Mans and in the World Endurance Championship isn't just a dream. LMDh is everything DPi was supposed to be, but fell a bit short of. So yeah, DPi isn't dead. It's just getting started. But I didn't want to end the eulogy there. I spent the past weekend at Petit Le Mans for the final DPi race and figured, surely there are some people around here who are more qualified to talk about all of this than me.
Ricky Taylor, we're here at the Swan Song DPi event. You two have had a little bit of controversy in the past, notably the first DPi race. I don't really want to bring up some bad sorry reminders, the first one back in 2017, but Rick, you've been lucky enough to race with 2 championship-winning DPi teams, Wayne Taylor Racing, Team Penske, and now you're back at Wayne Taylor. Just tell me about some of the memories you've had working with 2 great organizations like that on 2 phenomenal programs.
Yeah, it's been an amazing ride through the DPi era. These cars are amazing. We're really going to miss them when they go away. And then being able to develop that relationship with Acura and drive the Air X05 throughout the entirety of the program has been amazing. But yeah, I think, as you said, it's a really nice story. We started maybe not on the best of terms. He's never forgiven me, but we've had lots of great memories and honestly one of the best teammates I've ever had. So lots of good has come out of this era.
Yeah, it just shows you never hold a grudge for too long, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, Philippe, I mean, you've been lucky enough to have been working alongside with Ricky for the past couple seasons. You've also been lucky enough to be working on the development of the ARX06. It's here this weekend at Petit Le Mans. Tell me about some of the things you're excited about. I know it's all sad to say goodbye to the DPi category, but LMDh, I mean, I've been talking about it. DPi is hardly even dead. What we're seeing with LMDh is largely a continuation of DPi with a new name and a bit of a new hybrid system in there as well.
Yeah, there is. I mean, obviously the DPi has been a great car, but like everything, like, you know, we got to the stack point that we cannot develop much more the car. So it's going to be actually, we will miss it in one way, but it's going to be good as well to have a new, fresh car around. So, and me and Ricky as well, a little bit like I'm going to speak for him, that, you know, developing a car with smart people is just amazing because we are just going out there, and this is the reason why manufacturers as well, they come to endurance to develop cars, Because if you see well, when you buy a car, the number one thing that you look for as well is that does not give you any issue. Like, and it goes from point A to point B to whatever, almost until you sell your car for whatever reason you want a new upgrade. So reliability is our number one. So when we go out there, can we have this? Can we have that? And they just keep thinking, and you come the next week after, and these engineers back at Honda and Acura, they are thinking, I found the way, and they makes us happy. So then the car gets better performance, but enabled to do that for 24 hours. And that's when they learn how to put pieces into these cars that are more reliable, and then they put back down in commercial cars.
Well, Ricky Taylor, Philippe Albuquerque, two of the best. It's going to be sad to say goodbye to the DPi category, but we certainly got a lot more for you two in store for the future. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you very much.
That'll do it for this one. Let me know about some of your favorite DPi moments in the comments below. You can come hang out with me on Twitter or on the channel Discord. Both are linked in a card at the top right and in the description. You can help me get some YouTube brownie points by liking the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're interested in more sports car racing content in the future. I have lots more down the line. Until then, take care, and hope to see you in the next video.